Bring us your baffling.
Bring us your audacious.
We want your sticky notes, sketchbooks, and scribbles. Let's pin them to the wall, kick them around.
Kick them around, see what happens.
Because we're in the how do I get this startup off the ground business.
The taking your business, global business.
We're in the problem-solving business. 400,000 people.
Ready to help you solve problems while they're still called opportunities.
From figuring it out to getting it done.
We're here to help.
I'm Jake Kretzer, senior forward for Zips men's basketball, and I'm going to talk a little bit about our uniforms today. I'm going to start off with the grays. As you can see, we're sponsored by Nike from LeBron. Coach G coached LeBron in high school. It's a pretty awesome deal for us. The grays are one of my favorite uniforms. You know, we don't wear them very often, maybe once or twice a year. But as you can see also, we have the for Pete's Sage packs. We put that on about 2 years ago whenever he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. With the shorts, as you can see, we have our UA logo. Blue, gray, white color scheme. Pretty cool uniform, one of my favorites, like I said. First time we ever wore these was against Cleveland State my freshman year. Pretty big game for us. We won by, I think, maybe 12 that game, so it's a pretty good game for us. I'm gonna talk about a little bit about our blue. We normally wear these on our road games. We take all of our uniforms to tournament games, so sometimes we had to wear the blues. One of my favorite things about these uniforms is the A. We have an A on both sides of the shorts. Pretty noticeable for people. They can see the A for Akron. Another thing I like about them, they're fairly lightweight. The shorts are a little shorter, so you can be quicker on your feet. Remember first year wearing these, we played at Coastal Carolina. I had a big game. That was my first game my freshman year. It was pretty cool. These are our traditional whites. We usually wear these for our home games for the most part. One of my favorite things about these, another logo on the pants is the Z. Pretty big there, noticeable. It's our new logo to the school this year. First time wearing these, or one of the first times wearing these, my freshman year, we were actually at OU and they had a blackout, and it was a big game for me. A lot of family came, went 5 for 5 from the 3. It's a big moment for me. Another thing that I like about the whites, for our home games, usually I like to wear white socks and white knee sleeves for this, kind of do the all white thing, and a white undershirt. These are probably my second favorite uniforms. Next up, I want to talk about our purple uniforms. These were created to honor our coach, Dan Peters, who was the former director of basketball operations here. You know, I knew Coach Peters for a long time. You know, I had a really close relationship with him. You know, he took me on my first visit around campus here at Akron, so, you know, he was always a good, close coach in my heart. Here's something interesting about these jerseys. On the back, it says Peters, not our last names. It's kind of a cool thing to have for us. You know, it kind of reminds us that we're playing for him and not for ourselves, not the jersey or name on the back. Also, another thing that's cool about these uniforms is it has the Z on the pants, and on the back side it has a cancer awareness ribbon also. You know, the first night that we wore these uniforms was against Ball State, where his son Danny coaches there. You know, we had a big ceremonial tribute to him and his family before the game to honor him and just kind of everything that he did here at the University of Akron. All right, now onto our black jerseys. These are really my favorite uniforms. They fit the best, really tight. My favorite thing about them is the giant Z on the chest for our new logo this year. You know, I remember the first time that we wore these jerseys. It was a home opener against OU. I think we may have been both undefeated at the time. You know, we did a whole blackout. It was a big ESPNU game for us. It was one of the most memorable games here at the Jar that I can remember. Another cool thing about this uniform is on the back, we don't have our last name. We have actually Zips. I remember whenever these jerseys were created, our marketer, Brad Swanson, he wanted to have our Twitter handle on the back, so it would have been at Zips men's basketball. That was shot down by the NCAA, so we ended up just putting Zips on that instead. And then onto the shorts. These are just kind of, they just say Akron down the side, on the one side, and that's kind of the only thing about these. But like I said, it's a different material than the rest of the uniforms. I think that's why most of the guys like them. We've wore these uniforms in most of our big games. On the road, we wore these a lot, and most of our big tournaments, our ESPN tournaments, I remember wearing them in Hawaii and down in Charleston last year. So these are a lot of the guys' favorite uniforms, and we want to wear them every game, but obviously we can't do that. That wraps up a look at our uniforms. Hopefully you learned something new about our 5 uniforms and maybe something new about my Akron Zips career here. Hope to see you guys soon in a Zips game. Go Zips.